I'm going to share with you today the top 10 reasons why your computer might be slow. What most people think of first as the main culprit may be the last thing a good technician would look for. So going backwards in priority sequence, with the exception of number 10, which should be the first question to clarify, is what exactly is slow in your computer? What programs do you notice the lag in the most? Maybe you only notice it in a particular program. Sometimes there's conflicts like Apple and Google, but you could also find that the lag is in a particular program like your web browser, accounting, contact management, or even a particular game. Sometimes these programs just don't get along well together, and this can be a long step-by-step process to resolve the issue. So what you need to do is make some notes as to what exactly is the problem. What programs are you in when you notice the slowness, and pass that on to your technician, and they'll be able to help troubleshoot in the correct direction. So besides software conflicts, you might have a general corruption in the Windows. It could be caused by a bad Windows update or an update that just didn't go in correctly, and it may result in you having to reinstall Windows. But there are things you can do first, such as in a command prompt or a PowerShell window. You can run sfc /scan now, and it'll scan for errors. You can also do a check disk in your computer, and it may want to reboot and check for errors. Failing that, you may end up having to reinstall Windows.
No! God, please, no! No!
Number 8. Computer viruses and hackers I am including in this section. You cannot confuse hackers with viruses. A hacker will exploit vulnerabilities in your computer and put code in there that will make your computer do different things that they want. Unlike your antivirus will protect you from viruses such as worms and Trojan horses, some adware, but if you go to a website that's been compromised, they could trick you into entering in your password or doing other phishing techniques that will gather information from you. There's lots of free antivirus programs out there on the market, but you could get something that's a business product such as CloudCare that we offer, which we manage. Number 7, dust. There is only so much that can be said about this. It's quite simple. Dust is bad. Dust will cause heat to build up inside the computer, and heat kills the computer. You need to have it run as cool as possible, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to get rid of all the dust, and that will be one big performance boost for you if it is as bad as this one was. This is from a video that I did earlier in the season. You can see in this part where it was really showing bad. The good news is it can be cleaned very easily. You can pick up a can of compressed air for like $10 almost in any store, and you can see here now how clean it is. You can see the green of the motherboard and the nice clean white connectors and the chrome behind the CPU fan there. So I would suggest that you go out and pick up a can of compressed air and blow the dust out every few months or so whenever you think of it. Maybe made it get part of your annual spring cleaning. Number 6, a slow CPU. It may be possible one of the reasons your computer is slow is because your processor is just not fast enough anymore for what you need to run. You can check the performance by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Delete on your keyboard and hitting Task Manager. Make sure you click on the Performance tab at the top and highlight the CPU. You'll be able to see the active response time on the right side of that. If it's too slow for what you need, it may be time to upgrade your processor, which may require a whole new computer. Otherwise, there could be some programs that are fighting with each other for resources. Again, maybe it's a problem just with that to correct, which you can troubleshoot by booting the computer into safe mode and then deleting the programs or temporarily disabling the programs one by one to see which one might be causing the problem. If it doesn't work in safe mode, then it may be just the CPU itself that needs to be upgraded. Number 5, bad memory. It may be possible that you have bad or corrupt memory modules in your computer. It's easy enough to test. Some of the computers have built-in diagnostics. If you press a certain function key on the keyboard, it will take you into that when you boot up the computer. If not, you can download free software to a CD or a USB stick and run that software, and it will give you the diagnostic results. I have a video, which is what this short clip is from here, explaining exactly how to do that. Number 4, as you may have guessed, not enough memory. Besides bad memory, it might just not be enough memory to run the programs that you're running. You need to check the manual for that computer. You can get the manual online, or you can even go to a website such as Crucial.com, which can sometimes give you accurate results of how much memory you can take and what type it is that you need to buy. Number 3, the hard drive is full. It may be such a simple thing that your hard drive is just run out of space, and you may be able to delete a lot of things that you don't need anymore. But if you simply need to have more storage space, then you may need to purchase either an additional hard drive, if you can put an additional one in the computer, or upgrade to a larger capacity. If you look in the properties of your disk, or just in the computer in Windows 10, they're color coded. Blue is still got enough free space, but once it gets into the red, you'll start to have performance issues. So you need to ideally have about 20% free space, otherwise it's going to start giving you some lag. Number 2 reason your computer might be slow is the hard drive is spinning at a slow rate. It spins around with the needle reading the data off the disk platter, just like a record player spinning around with the needle reading the music and playing it back to you. You can run some simple software that's free as well, such as Parkdale, and you can see some speed test results from a regular hard disk drive versus a solid state disk drive. If your speeds are much slower than that, they may end up showing in the red instead of the green. Then you know it's really time to probably replace the drive, unless it's a software conflict that, again, you can run this test in safe mode. And the number 1 reason why your computer might be slow is the hard drive is dying. Regardless of the type of hard drive you have, there's different software that can test it. I would recommend, in this case, we have a Seagate hard, using Seagate cTools to test it. You'll be able to test from the smart, short, and long generic tests, and it'll give you an output of the overall health of your drive.